Hey chickies. Okay, this is Halloween Mani number 2, Evil Moon. Again, I found inspiration from Google Images but just by typing in Halloween art. This was the second image that I found, and I was so excited to get this done. I decided to do the green one first and then this one. I was so excited. Anyway, I really hope you like it as much as I did. Let's get into it. So I'm starting off by painting all 4 of my nails with one coat of CIRQUE Colors Memento Mori. Yes, one coat. I'm sure that you've heard me mention this so many times. It is the best one coat black polish in the entire world, bar none. Period. Zip. That's it. It's done. It's that good. It's really, really good. Links will be in the description box down below so you can go and get your own bottle. You will not regret it. Of course, I'm going to give you a little bit of nail cleanup porn. Here you go. Enjoy. Now, after cleanup, I do what I almost always do is add a coat of Seche Vite to the nails that especially the nails that I'm going to work on, but pretty much all of my nails, as per usual. Next, I'm going to start with some white acrylic craft paint. That's pretty much all I'm going to be using from now on. That's most definitely all I'm going to be using from now on. I use matte acrylic craft paint. Now, for the first stage, I'm going to be thinning it out with a little bit of water, and then I'm going to use some ripped up pieces of sponge and my fancy tweezers, which are not really fancy because they're super cheap on eBay. I'll put links down below as per usual. And we're going to sponge that paint onto the nail so that we have a very light smattering of that white. We don't want a lot of white. I mean, we don't want it to be opaque. We want it to be kind of ghost-like. It's kind of spooky. I had already decided that my middle nail was where I was going to put my evil moon, so I concentrated the majority of that white paint on, well, it's on more of that nail than it is on any of the other nails, so to speak. So what we're trying to create is like a spooky, like ghostly kind of clouds in the sky, and that's why there's more on my middle nail, because that's where the moon is going to go. Now, as you can see, because the white acrylic craft paint is really quite watered down, it has that sort of pooling effect. But if you wait a couple of seconds for it to dry a little bit, you will notice that you can then come in with a little bit more, like another layer of it, and you can sort of get rid of that really sort of pooled kind of look that you've got going on. Alternatively, you can use a brush soaked in a little bit of water and just to sort of muddy it up a little bit and make it a little bit more sort of wispy. We're going for kind of more wispy than anything else. I hope that makes sense. Now, don't worry too much about how it looks right now, because, well, I mean, one thing is when you're using acrylic craft paint, if you don't like it, if it's not working the way you like, you think it was supposed to, or you just generally unhappy with what you've done, you can just wipe it off with some isopropyl alcohol or even water and start again. It's really that easy. It's great. Love using this stuff. Now, as you can see, I'm spending a lot of time on my background trying to get it the way I want it. Probably being a little bit too pedantic about it. I probably could have, saved myself a bit of time, but I was really like gung-ho about this. I wanted it to be really very similar to the image that I was working off on Google Images, but I don't know if I really achieved that. I don't think I did 100%, but I think I got there, like, kind of 75, 80%. Okay, so once you're happy with your ghostly cloud that you've got going on, you can then come in with some white acrylic craft paint, which is neat. It's not been watered down at all, and create the shape of your moon. So it's basically just a circle. So once you've got your general shape of your moon, you can then come in and do some of the detail. We're going to give him some evil eyes and an evil mouth. As you can see, I'm starting off with some just light grey acrylic craft paint rather than starting off with black, just because I don't know why. I probably could have started off with black, but for some reason I decided that it had to be light grey, so I mixed up a little bit of light grey. Now you want to make your eyes kind of slanted a little bit. You want to make them evil looking. The mouth is going to get bigger, so don't worry about that, and we're going to do that with combinations of white, grey and black. So right now the moon looks kind of evil, but in order to make him really evil, we've got to give him some sharp teeth. So we're going to come in with a little bit of white acrylic craft paint and just paint some nasty little jacked up teeth. Also felt as though he was looking a little too pristine, so I decided to muddy him up a little bit by coming back in with a little bit of black, a little bit of light grey, and even a little bit of white as well, just to make him look a little less polished and a little bit more scary. Now this nail art took me a long time, I have to confess. It took me a really long time, and this video was like something like 30 minutes long when I started to edit it. But that was probably because I just kept coming back in with either some of the paint or some more water to try and smooth things out a little bit more, and then trying to make them more sort of harsh as well. So like that was on me, but you don't really have to keep coming back in the way I do, because I just get a little bit antsy about things, wanting them to look a certain way. But by all means, don't be like me. Try and do it a little less pedantic than I did, because I ended up doing this for a long time. Like, don't get me wrong, I was happy with the way it turned out, but it was a long process. Like a really long process anyway. Of course, I'm adding a coat of Seche Vite on all of my nails after I have finished to seal it all in, so it stays for, I don't know, 12 hours. That's how long I had it on for, and then I took it off because I had to do more. You see, I've got to do more. And that's it for this one. I really hope you liked it. I hope it didn't speak you out too much. Or I hope it did, because otherwise what would be the point? Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, and thanks for that delicious thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all the other social medias, because I'm super funny over there as well. And I will link the previous video up there, so you can go and make sure you go and watch that one too. All of them. Go and watch them all. Just watch them all. This one will be in the Halloween playlist, along with all of my other Halloween manis. If you haven't checked them all out, you should go and do that right now. Okay, I'm going now. Bye.